Hello, good morning, everyone. Good to see you here. Thank you for joining us for our Careers in Nutrition talk series. Yeah, what are the possibilities? So for today's session, we are having 3 speakers with us today. Very fortunate. We're going to take you through about emerging opportunities in corporate nutrition and also wellness settings. Yeah, so just want to let you know that we will have this talk being recorded, and we have muted the microphones of all participants. If you have any question and answer that you like to post to the speakers, do type them in the Q&A box. Then we will have it being answered, for all your questions being answered in the Q&A sessions later on after the 3 sessions of the speakers. All right, so without further ado, I would like to invite our first speaker for today, Miss Koshela Pathmanathan. She is a senior nutritionist working in Top Glove, Malaysia. She has her training in nutrition from Management Science University in the year of 2015. She's currently holding the position as a senior nutritionist in Top Glove Sdn Bhd under the unit of a corporate health human resource. The corporate health unit has this mission to promote wellness in the workplace and to improve clients' nutrition and health. Right, without further ado, I would like to pass the floor to Miss Koshela that will take us through her talk with the title Nutrition Advocacy at the Workplace. Over to you, Miss Koshela. Ms. Koshela, over to you. Would you like to share your screen?
Yeah, sure. All right. Is this all right? Okay, now I can share it. All right. You can see my screen now?
Yes, we can.
All right. All right. Okay. So good health and good morning, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Megan, for the wonderful introduction. So today is my turn. So thank you so much to IMU for giving me this opportunity to share on the nutrition advocacy at the workplace. So before I would start, let me introduce myself over here. All right. So as Dr. Megan have mentioned, I'm from Top Glove, right? I'm senior nutritionist, and we are actually attached to the corporate health group under HR. So I've actually graduated from Management and Science University in Bachelor in Nutrition. And after something to share about myself, during my degree, I did my internship for 4 months at Ultraworks Sdn Bhd. This is actually a health consultancy team over here. Okay. And then after my graduation, all right, before I got a stable job, I actually did some part-time nutritionist job at some health roadshow. So how I did this was by joining a nutritionist group in Facebook. So here I got some context. So during this period of time, I actually managed to do some part-time jobs, which actually gave me a lot of experience. So I think to the students over here also, I would like to advise, if you're still finding job, maybe I'd recommend all of y'all to do all this part-time nutritionist job at the health workplace, because over here you're able to get a lot of experience when you meet different kind of people. So after that, I've got a stable job. Here I worked at Well Again Healthcare clinic. Okay, this is a wellness clinic. So I actually worked under a doctor. So over here, this was a 1-year experience as a clinical nutritionist, because we do deal with patients. All right. And then after this 1 year, I decided to move on, all right, to further my experience. So over here, I moved on to a corporate company, which is Top Glove. So where am I right now? Almost 6 years experience in Top Glove already. So, and I'm still learning, right? So if I would like to ask y'all over here, those audience over here, so how many of y'all are actually interested to work in a corporate setting as a nutritionist? Can I have some response over here? Yes, no, maybe? Okay, Putri Zulaika says yes. Anyone else who's interested? Interested to know more? Okay. All right. So I think most of you all might be wondering, right? What is the role of the nutritionist in a corporate setting? So let me share my experience with you all, right? Okay, let me move on. Okay, so let me share why I choose this career path, right? So why did I like nutrition so much? So first of all, food is medicine, right? With food, we can actually reduce, prevent, or even change the state of a disease. So that is the main reason. And I've always been believing that prevention is better than cure. So I hate to take drugs since I was young. So looking at people who get sick and everything. So I always have this passion to help people to build healthy relationship with food. So everyone loves food. So why don't we teach them to take the food in the right way? And definitely there's a lot of opportunities pursuing your career path in nutrition, right? So these are the main reasons that I've chose this career path in my life. So let's move on. So right now I'm working with a corporate company, all right, under the for the corporate wellness. Okay, so when you're in a corporate setting, you need to understand that it's not like working in a clinic or a hospital. So in a corporate setting, it's still we need to really understand the objective of the company for having a corporate wellness team. So it's very important to know what is the relationship between the employee and the corporate setting over there. So over here in Top Glove, we emphasize a lot of importance of health and wellness because even our CEO, right, he gives so much of importance to health. So that's the main objective is like when our employees have fit and sharp mind, right, obviously they're going to perform well and their work is going to be efficient and the productivity is going to be increased. So there's two things over here. So with good health, our our employees are going to perform better. So that is the reason we give so much of importance to health and wellness, right? So this is the relationship that you should understand before you actually start your job in a corporate setting. Okay. And another thing is the wellness strategy. So different corporate company will have different wellness strategy. So when it comes to Top Glove, what are our strategies over here? So we have various health services. We have various health services in Top Glove, and we often communicate with our employees, all right, using health communications on different topics. And obviously, without the support of our management and our leader, we won't be able to get this strategy. So there's always support from our CEO, obviously, right? And with that various kinds of health activities in a Top Glove, we do provide health rewards for those who have improved their health, right? And we have off and on, we have webinars, health talks, and even workshops. And we do collect data regarding our employees' health. So from here, we are able to analyze the health of our employees. And with that, we come up with intervention activities which can sustain the health of our employees. So with that, we have a happy, healthy, and engaged employees. So this is the overall strategy of our company, right? Okay, so this is the one of the important thing that all of you should know, right? So what is the roles of a corporate nutritionist? So this is my team here, the picture over here, right? I think some of you all might know your seniors over here, okay? So there's a lot of responsibilities to the nutritionist in a corporate setting. So the first thing is to promote holistic wellness. It's not only on diet, but we need to make sure their mental health is good. And another thing is to prevent chronic sickness. So you might be very curious on what is the roles of the nutritionist over here. Okay. So let me share to you all one by one. So if you can notice here, the first thing is regular health screening. So what do we do? The first thing we do is body composition analysis, anthropometry. Okay, this one all of y'all will already know, right? So body composition analysis for our employees, we do this like on yearly basis to make sure they are on the right BMI, and then we guide them, right? And then blood glucose measurement and also blood pressure measurement. From here, we are actually creating the awareness and also preventing chronic diseases. So we create the awareness, and for those who are at risk, we do all this screening. Okay, so these are the things we do. Number two, personal diet consultation. So this is the most important thing nutritionists will do, right? So we provide personal dietary consultation, okay, to the high-risk employees, like normally for those who are at the age of 40 and above, for those who are at having high BMI. So we want to prevent chronic diseases. So these are the reasons we always have these services to our employees, right? So this is on personal diet consultation. So another thing, our role over here is to have weight management program. So weight management program is we emphasize on our staff having optimum weight, all right? So optimum BMI. So we provide this weight management program for those who are overweight and for those who are also underweight. So this is like a quarterly program. We approach them for those who are like underweight or overweight. They can join and actually enjoy the activities to achieve their goal, their weight goal, right? Okay, so, and then hygienic food premise and nutritious meal plan. So this is something quite very important in a corporate setting. So in Top Glove over here, we have a big number of canteens over here around here. So nutritionists are the people who are actually in charge to make sure the food prepared in the canteen and the canteen cleanliness, right? So over here we have canteens, we have cafeteria and pantry. So we have this monthly canteen cleanliness inspection. So every month we will go over to the canteen, all right? We have so many canteens over here, about 40 canteens. So we will go over to the canteen, we will check on their cleanliness, the food healthiness. We make sure there's a lot of vegetables provided, and we don't allow the food premises to sell any carbonated drinks. We don't allow them to sell energy drinks or junk food. So we make sure the food here is healthy and nutritious, right? And at the same time, we nutritionists are also here to emphasize on the Malaysian healthy plate implementation. So for our monthly company events, example, we have a birthday lunch event in Top Glove. So this is a monthly thing. So our employees are always taking part in this event. So they are all, every time they're going to look at the lunchbox. So these are the lunchbox over here is the examples of lunchbox, which is prepared for the company event. So we make sure that the meal is planned according to the Malaysian healthy plate. So this is how we keep reminding them to follow the Malaysian healthy plate, right? So not only a weekly event, even for our company events, nutritionists are the people who actually plan the meal and calculate the calories. So this is one of the important role of the nutritionist in Top Glove, right? Okay, another one is to launch corporate wellness program. So example here, this is the fitness app tracker. So we as the nutritionist, we collaborate with this book doc team, all right, to assess the physical activity level of our employees. So from here, we are able to analyze whether our employees are active or not. And end of there's a lot of challenges and activities carried out. So for every activities there's rewards. So from here we provide rewards for our employees, right? So these are the things we keep reminding and make sure our employees are active. Okay, so this is on the corporate wellness program. And another part, okay, this is quite a big part by the nutritionists over here. We often conduct and promote health awareness, all right? So this is on the monthly basis following the health calendar, all right? The health calendar. So example, there's a hypertension workshop, stress management workshop, cholesterol workshop. This is based on theme. We do it on monthly basis. Maybe it's a workshop or maybe webinar or health talks, right? And also we focus on current health issues like digital detox is one of the webinar we have carried out previously. And on 5 wells, okay, the overall health, okay, fat diets, and also on allergy. So these are the monthly activities that we have been carrying out. And currently we are actually carrying out these health roadshows. Okay, it has been carrying out for the past 1 month. So this was the first physical activity we started actually after COVID, right? So during COVID, we only managed to do virtual activities. So we thought that we really need to get in touch with our employees. So this is a health roadshow. Basically, this is to create the awareness among our employees. So we go over to their factories to actually check on their blood pressure, their blood glucose. We carried out some games over here, okay? And we did, on the spot, we carried out nutrition counseling for them, short counseling. So this was really fun. They really liked it. And at the same time, we create awareness among our employees. Okay. All right. Okay. Apart from this, what we do is nutritionists are in charge of e-health communications. E-health communications might not only be on nutrition. Okay, we also go on heart health, right? We need to work on the smoking cessation, all these things. So these are the things we do. And apart from communications, we also create e-learning on our system. So from here, our employees are always engaged and we make sure they are aware on their health. Okay. So these are the roles and responsibilities of nutritionist in toddlers. So there's quite a lot. So just to remind all of you all, actually, when you're in a corporate setting, you're not only going to focus on nutrition, on diet and consultation. You're also needed to focus on other parts of health, like overall health, community health. So this is the thing that you can learn along the way in a corporate setting, right? So moving on, I'm going to let you all know on the career progression of a nutritionist in the corporate wellness industry. You all might be wondering, okay, if I enter corporate setting, is there any progress or not, right? So definitely yes. So let me explain to you all one by one, all right, by level. So the first level is junior management. So in a corporate setting, normally, I'm very sure you all have heard of starting with executive level, manager level, and then senior manager, general manager. So as a nutritionist, all right, you'll be called as a junior nutritionist, right? This is a junior management, so it's the executive level. So at the first level, what do you do? Okay, the first level is, we call it as professional grooming under expert leadership. So the main thing that you're going to do here is to learn and develop fundamental nutritional skills. You've already got the knowledge, you've already studied, but you still need that experience and you need to develop your skills, right? So over here, you're going to learn from the leader and the role model of the healthcare competencies. So what are the competencies are important, okay, at this level? So during, this is about like 2 to 3 years, maybe depending on your level. Okay. So during this time, what you need to do is you need to brush up on your communication skills. Definitely you will be brushing up because at this level, your superior or your manager will be assigning you to do one-to-one nutrition discussion. Normally they will assign you to like do one-to-one. You'll be assisting them, right? Assisting them. So over here, what you can learn is communication skills because you'll be dealing with different type of we call it colleagues lah. It's your client, it will be your colleagues. Different kind of, different level of clients, right? Maybe they might be a lower level or higher level. So at this place, you need to speak in different language depending on their level. Some of them you can speak English. Some of them you have to be on layman, you know, you have to be really on layman. So these are the things that you need to be aware when you're in a corporate setting, okay? And then you will be needed to brush up on your interpersonal skills because you have to be very passionate about your nutritionist. You have to be very patient towards your clients, okay? Because they are working colleagues. Working colleagues are always very, you know, they are very busy. They are not, so you need to adjust with their timing. You need to be very patient towards them. So over here, you will be good. You will be improving on your interpersonal skills. Apart from that is the organizational skills. Okay, when you're in a corporate setting, you will need to fixed appointment with your clients, okay, fixed meeting. So you need to make sure the timing, your documentations are all up to date. So over there, you will be brushing up on your organization skills. So when you do all this, you're going to actually become a health coach. So you will be assigned to coach somebody, right? Your clients, your colleagues over here. So you'll be a health coach. Automatically, you'll become a health coach because you'll be assisting on nutritional consultation, and then maybe your superior have given you a goal. Okay, by 6 months, you have to make sure that this staff have actually achieved their weight goal, right? And apart from that, in certain corporate setting, maybe they use health as business. So you even can learn on the business for the organization's growth. So these are the things that you will be learning as a junior nutritionist. So over here, you can learn a lot and make sure you keep up with your knowledge. You keep up with your knowledge. You have to learn more. And sometimes we always encourage all those young nutritionists to provide their ideas to us, right? Because sometimes young nutritionists can provide, they are very up to date with their technology and all these things. So we always encourage them to provide ideas where we can use it for our execution over here. So this is for the junior management, right? Next will be for the middle management. So middle management is senior executive level. So for nutritionists, we call it a senior nutritionist. So over here, what you will be doing, you learn the art of intervention, right? So basically, you will be given a chance or authority. You're a bit higher level, right? You'll be given a chance and authority to coordinate health events in the corporate setting. So in order to carry out an intervention program, you have to become a data researcher. You have to do research. And then before you start up with a health activity, you need to launch health survey. So you will be the main person to coordinate on all these things, right? And you're going to communicate with different level of people, right? You're going to coordinate with the senior managers to assist the interventional strategies in the company, right? Because when you're in a corporate setting, you're the only department, or you're the only group who will know on health, health background. So when you're going to communicate with the senior managers from different departments, sometimes you will need to sit and explain to them from zero, because they don't have a health background experience. So we will need to explain to them on the benefits, what is the effects. So these are the things that you will be experiencing and learning. You will be the main person, all right, to coordinate health in that particular corporate setting. So this is for the middle management, all right? Okay, from senior nutritionist, later you promoted to become the senior management, right? So over here, you become the leader. You become the leader, you lead the entire wellness team in a corporate setting. So over here, you learn and acquire the skills of project management. You're going to manage a bigger project over here. So you are now the leader and the role model of healthcare. So over here, you'll be the wellness coach, you will become a well-being manager, you become the holistic health advisor, and you're going to actually coordinate with senior managers to assist interventional strategies, right? So over here, it's like you're the leader, and what you will be doing is actually as the project manager, as the leader for the wellness team, you're the one will be in charge. Example, you're coming up with a health program such as a smoking cessation program. So you're the main person to plan the wellness team, okay, who are in charge to do what, and you're going to be in charge of the budget and everything. So this is the different levels of nutritionist. So once you became the leader of the wellness team, you're not only going to focus on nutrition, but you're going to actually focus on overall health for the entire company. So there's a lot of things you'll be learning throughout the journey. So at this level, as a leader or a project manager or a senior manager for a wellness team, right? Over here, maybe you have by this time you have already got several degrees, or you have learned on a public health. You can study on public health. You can do more researches. You can actually further study in consultation. So from here, with all this knowledge, you're able to actually foresee the whole thing, a whole health area of the corporate setting. So these are the progress that you can actually see in a nutritionist when you're in a corporate setting. So I think I've really explained from the junior level, middle management, and also the senior level. So as I've explained all these things, right? So anyone over here right now, when you already saw what is the progress that you can go through in a corporate setting. So if I would like to ask y'all, how many of y'all are right now interested to work in a corporate wellness department? Maybe I can get some response from y'all. Okay, Cheng Le Ku. Okay, she said yes. All right. Anyone else interested to join corporate wellness? Okay, after listening to the whole experience. Putri said, of course. Right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the response. So I hope that my experience have given all of y'all some idea on how you're going to work in a corporate setting, right? Thanks for the response to all of y'all. Okay, I'm almost towards the end of my presentation. So before I end, I would like to say that since all of y'all are going to graduate and you're going to find for a job, keep trying, never give up. Don't be afraid of rejection. Sometimes your talent might not be needed by the company. It's not that they reject you. They just don't need that talent in that company. So finding your passion is the key to your success. So keep trying and good luck to y'all, right? Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Koshela. That is very interesting, very, I think, insightful advice, yeah, to all the current and also prospective nutrition students. You know, very interesting. Thank you for sharing all the important, roles and responsibilities of a nutritionist, yeah, in a corporate wellness center, right? Thank you so much. Right. So let's move on. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time, actually, for joining us despite your busy schedule. Right, we have our second speaker of the day, Miss Michelle Ng. Right, Miss Michelle is actually an alumni, yeah, from International Medical University. She graduated with a degree, bachelor degree in nutrition. Yeah, she's very passionate to spread messages to lead and also to spearhead, yeah, healthy lifestyle through enjoying your food and also healthy, work-life balance and also lifestyles. She aims to encourage the public through nutrition education and adoption of exercise into daily life, step by step. Yeah, she believes the best way towards gaining health and towards optimal health is through proper nutrition guidance and also encouragement. Yeah, I'd like to invite Miss Michelle Ng. Over to you, Michelle.
Thank you, Dr. Megan. So hi everyone, my name is Michelle. So before I begin, let me start sharing my slides first. You can see?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So good morning, everyone. My name is Michelle. So first of all, I'm very honored to be given this opportunity to come back here and share my journey studying my nutrition degree in IMU. So thank you so much. And let me just go through with you guys today. So actually, when I was preparing this deck, I was looking back. It has been a few years since I graduate, but then these memories are actually still quite vivid to me, like it was just yesterday. Cause what got me to study in this nutritional degree was personally I was trying to experiment like different ways on how to eat healthy. As we all know, like on the internet, there's so many different types of like diets and also like different types of exercise that people are teaching outside. So it was like a trial and error method for me. So I totally can understand like the frustration of certain public when they like don't see results even after they have like tried various methods. So personally, I'm passionate to learn on the nutrition knowledge to help people if they're faced with the same problem. Then next is why I chose IMU is because on the learning process of provided by IMU. So firstly, what I think is what's so special about this course to me was after doing my own research on different universities and understanding like the curriculum. So I think that like IMU provides like a holistic like program. So they prepare you not only on knowledge wise, they also give us like practical skills and also experience to prepare us to be work ready adults. Okay, so in the end, it's not only like you need to acquire knowledge, you also need to gain the experience and skills so that when you come up to the corporate world or come out to the outside, you know what you should do or how we can improve ourselves. Okay, so firstly, I'll start with introduce. So which is like more on the class-based part or theory part. So we actually gone through different modules which prepare us in different career fields. So actually, probably you'll think like nutrition is mainly on the consultation, but actually there's more to that. Okay, so firstly, we have like community nutrition. For example, if you're interested in like doing those programs for the public, and then if you're interested in working those government and health clinics or wellness centers or schools, so that would be one of the sectors that you can work at. Next is you have nutritional sciences if you're really interested in research or you want to be a lecturer in the future. And then next is nutrition sports. So that one is really interesting because we also get to learn some modules on that on like the diet and also hydration for different types of athletes. So that one is if you're interested in working in sports or fitness center. Next is nutrition business. So that one is if you're interested in working like food or health industries, supplement companies. So that one is, and lastly is nutrition and communication, where you provide like education to the public. For example, you can work in government agencies or media and journalism. So these are the 5 main fields that we are exposed to while learning in this throughout the course. Okay, and then so next, after learning in the classroom, right? After learning the theories in the classroom, then next is enhancing our knowledge through practical experience. So what is better than having to try out for yourself? So we get to go on market surveys and also go to the food lab to prepare some food. So what was eye-opening for me is like during our market survey, right? Sometimes when you go to groceries previously, you didn't notice certain things, you just go and buy. But then after learning in classroom about the food labels and then what we should take note of when you're choosing the healthier choice. So in the market survey, we were guided by our lecturers and also we were taught on what should we take note when we select the right option and when we are buying the food ingredients. And then for the food preparation, personally, I wasn't really good in cooking, but that doesn't really matter because like it was a group learning session where we get to learn together on different cooking methods of like, for example, in this picture here, we're making some sponge cake. So we learn on the texture and the taste. So which one is more suitable and like, does it differ in the color and that kind of stuff, which was really interesting also. And then next, we also understand that like different cultures have different diets, and also we get to have this food culture day where we all dress up and different groups have different cultures. Then we have to prepare like the foods of like the traditional food like different cultures have. So after we have guided in the explore phase where we're guided by our lectures on field visit and project, next up is we have to practice on our own already where we get to do our own projects. So first one, one of these is we had this food recipe development. So this one we were given like a case scenario. So for a picky eating kid who doesn't love eating fruits and is also underweight. So we have to like come up with ideas on how we can help this kid to develop like recipes so that this kid would like eat the fruits and also like induce more high calorie stuff. So this is what we created during our project. This is quite a small one and simple one. Then next, we move on to a larger scale. So it's like step by step, slowly learning how to prepare more. So in this food service management, we prepare for a larger crowd. Okay, So which is the IMU community, whereby we manage and also create like a large number of orders. And not only that, we also have to manage our costing because we have to prepare and buy those ingredients and also sell it out. So this was very exciting because it taught us how to develop menu, and also involves like some elements of marketing, because you have to know how to plate your food well and then like take photos so that it looks attractive and people would buy. Then after that, we create some tickets to sell to the IMU community. Okay, so in the end, this project we had like around 50 sets we managed to sell. So which was this, I really enjoyed this experience also. And then lastly is we had this health promo week. So this one was a 1 week educational uh, kind of event where we have different topics every day. So our topic for my group was we were related to oral health and nutrition. So you have to educate the public on which foods are good or not good to your oral health, and what are the practices that we can maintain to ensure that we have good oral health. And then, oh yeah, I'd like to share about my research project. So this one, what was the topic that I was involved in is the glycemic response of brown rice using different cooking method. So this one was more of a lab-based project for me. So this one, I spend most of my time like trying to cook my rice and then measure people's blood glucose level. So this was also a new experience for me, which I first time trying to get people's blood, and then eventually as I progress through, I get more used to it, and then like more confident to test people's blood glucose as I go along. Okay, so after practicing in a safe environment, which is in the IMU community, we go out to the public where we apply our skills that we have learned throughout our degree. So this was when I was in my internship in Klinik Kesihatan at the Section 19 clinic. So this one was one of the events where we did to give like some educational talks to the school students. So we had to create our own educational material, and also we have different stations to teach the kids on so that they can learn on the nutritional knowledge. So for my group, for my booth, we taught about how to read on the nutrition labels. So which was very fun, and I did some activities with them to like teach them like to compare two different types of food and see which one is healthier. So this is quite rewarding, as like you can teach the kids and you can see like after the session they know what to see, which can help them in the future when they go out shopping with their parents. They can teach also advise their mom like to choose this instead of that. So yeah. And then other than that, I also did to get to apply like what we have learned in the course, which is like we did some nutritional assessment, consulting, and also we developed some recipes. So one of the things that also I managed to develop in my Klinik Kesihatan internship was my Bahasa Malay skills, because in here most of the time we will use Malay to communicate, and also we did a lot of our preceptor gave us a lot of opportunity to talk to our target audience, which is the pregnant mummies and also the kids. Okay, last part is receive. So receive for me is like receiving feedback from your lecturers, peers, supervisors, and preceptors, because all these experience and projects that we have done has really helped to improve better in my learning journey, and then so that after receiving the feedback can improve better. And all these projects really help in developing not only our knowledge and also experience, also our soft skills, for example like team working, being self-initiative, and also most importantly you must learn how to time manage your project. Okay, and currently for my work experience, I'm more to the nutrition and communication part, where we do some educational talk for those my target group is pregnant mummies. So we were engaged with healthcare professionals to provide education to the public, and also occasionally we do some market surveys on the formulas in the public. So where we do, and also nutrition consultation when we have some booths. So all in all, I can say that it was a good experience in my nutrition journey in IMU, and most importantly is the memories that I also had, because there were various activities in IMU and I really enjoyed it all, and also get to participate in some projects that involve like to different people from different courses. So that was really fun. And lastly, just want to thank you everyone for listening to my sharing session. And yeah, that's all I have for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. I think you know, like you said, when you prepare the slides, you must brought back a lot of all these sweet memories. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Without, you know, when you look back, oh, you know, years just pass, isn't it? Yeah, I still remember, you know, the day that you report, report to, report duty and report to program, first semester until, you so fast that you're now working, yeah, in the
Mm.
as a nutritionist in the industries. Okay, thank you so much again for sharing your experience. Right. Thank you for doing helping us with this homecoming, yeah, and being back and share your experiences with all of
Okay.
us. Thank you, Michelle. So our third speaker for
Yeah.
today, we have Dr. Tan Sze Yen. Dr. Tan Sze Yen will be talking to us about studying nutrition in Australia, the IMU Deakin's credit transfer program. Yeah, I'd just like to give a short introduction. Dr. Tan Sze Yen is a deputy course director of Bachelor Nutrition Science in Deakin University. Yeah, he completed his Bachelor in Dietetics in UK and Malaysia, and has completed his master's and PhD degrees in University of Wollongong, and also postdoctoral training in Purdue University, USA. Dr. Tan, in Deakin's, yeah, teaches lifespan nutrition, diet and disease in the undergraduate and also the postgraduate nutrition program, right? He's also a very active researcher where his area of interest is, focuses on finding effective dietary strategies that promote healthy body weight and optimal metabolic health in adults. Over to you, Dr. Tan.
Thank you, Megan. I hope you can see the slide all right.
Yes, we can.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Thanks again for the kind introduction, and good morning, everyone. It's afternoon in Australia, but I believe it's still morning in Malaysia. As mentioned by Megan, today my talk is going to focus on studying nutrition in Australia, and specifically the IMU and Deakin credit transfer program that were put together recently. My name is Sze Yen, and you probably can tell from my name that I'm actually from Malaysia originally as well. And for my talk today, I'm going to focus on this transfer program, but I do have a survey that I would like you to participate in. So if you could grab your phone and or computer and get ready, I'll ask you a question, and your answer will help guide my presentation today as well. So I'll just, I think Megan has done a good summary of my background. Just want to highlight a few things. I'm a nutritionist and I'm also a dietitian by training. As you can see on the slide here, I actually completed my degree in both Malaysia and in Australia. And since my graduation in Australia, I've worked in a few countries, including the US, Singapore, and currently I'm in Australia with Deakin Universities. And as part of my role, I'm the Deputy Course Director of Bachelor of Nutrition Science, and I'm also teaching and research into nutrition as well. All right, now I would like you to grab your computer, iPad, or phone, anything that you have internet access. I would like you to go to www.menti.com, as you can see on the top of the slide. Once you are in that website, I would like you to type in the code here, 4185-2304. And if you are interested in doing a degree overseas, tell me what your biggest concerns are about studying abroad. Even if you are not planning to go overseas, I would like to hear what are the common concerns you have heard from other people in the past. So if you could take a minute to answer that question, that would be very helpful for me. So I can see now that cost is always a big concern, and also missing home. Yep, I went through that phase in the past. Work after graduation, good. I'll be talking about that today as well. Any other concerns that you have, or you have heard, or even know of? Food security, visas, fees, homesickness. Yep, I can see it's very similar kind of trend going on. Okay, there's some concern over bias, which I assume is potentially some discrimination against people from overseas. That's a valid concern. Language, getting a job. Okay, so, some common themes start to appear. And in my presentation today, I will focus on all those points. Basically, so that's very good. Thank you very much for your participation in the survey. And I'll move on. Since today I'm going to talk about the transfer program between Malaysia and Australia, I thought that, I wanted to tell you a little bit more about Deakin University. And the first thing that you wonder is why Deakin University? Like, where does the name come from? So Deakin actually comes from the name of the second Prime Minister of Australia, Alfred Deakin. And our university is actually quite young. If you see on the slide there, it was founded in 1974, so we are actually under 50 years old. However, even though we are a young university, in Australia, we do quite well. We rank number 9 in Australia. And I don't know whether you have heard about the top 8 universities in Australia as well. They are those really old universities, very established, and we are just ranked outside of those top 8 universities. So we are doing very well for a young university. Internationally, we are 1%, top 1% of all universities in the world. And if we consider only the top 50 young universities in the world, we are ranked 26. So we are doing actually quite well in this regard. So this is Deakin at a glance, some stats taken from last year, 2021. So you can see that we had about 65,000 students in total, which makes us one of the top 10 largest universities in Australia. During the pandemic, we had a big drop in the number of international students, but last year we still sat at about 11,000 international students. So we are doing quite well in that aspect. There are a number of areas that Deakin does well, like above other universities. Those are the 2 areas that we are very passionate about and we are very proud of as well. So the first area is the student satisfaction. So you can see that for 12 consecutive years, 12 years in a row, we are ranked as the most, the students rank us as the most liked university for the undergraduate program and 2 consecutive years for our postgraduate program. So that means that we are doing something right when it comes to student engagement and our teaching as well. We did very well in graduate employment outcomes as well. So that's another focus when we design our curriculum. Based on the national survey done by the government, 9 out of 10 students got a full-time employment within the first 3 years of graduation, which is really high compared to other universities. We are very innovative as well because we are young. We don't mind to experiment. We go bold when it comes to experimenting with different technology, using technology in teaching. That's why we got several accolades or awards for our teaching achievement. And Deakin Talent is a something that we put at Deakin University to provide service to our students to help them to get employment. As shown on this slide as well, we have students coming from 132 countries, showing that it is a very diverse campus. And we are located in Melbourne, and Melbourne again is a very diverse community. Hence, we don't really see as much discrimination. So Deakin Universities, we have 5 different campuses, 2 in Geelong, 1 in Melbourne, 1 in Warrnambool, and then another one we call the Cloud Campus, meaning that students study online. And in fact, the Cloud Campus is the second biggest campus for Deakin Universities, the first one being the Melbourne campus. So if you decide to come and join us to do our nutrition program, then this is some of the beautiful buildings that you will see on our Burwood campus or the Melbourne campus. Some are futuristic. So for example, here, this is one of our buildings for exercise science. So let me tell you a little bit about our program. But first of all, I just want to say that Deakin University has 4 faculties. One of them being Faculty of Health, where our School of Exercise and Nutrition Sciences fall under. And within the School of Exercise and Nutrition Sciences, we teach a broad variety of programs. They can be grouped into 13 different disciplines. And here I've highlighted some of the more popular programs that we offer at Deakin University within our school. So you have the Bachelor of Nutrition Science and also a variety of a few variation of that, whether or not it's a dietetic pathway nutrition science program or combined with Bachelor of Commerce, or you can combine with Bachelor of Exercise and Sports Science as well. So we offer different combinations there. And of course, because it's School of Exercise and Nutrition Sciences, we do offer exercise and sports science degrees as well. So in total, we have over 2,700 students within the schools. On top of that, we have about 100 PhD students as well. And for today's presentation, I'll be focusing on the Bachelor of Nutrition Science specifically. So the Bachelor of Nutrition Science is a 3-year program. It's based in Melbourne. So when you come to us, for example, if you're interested to do the transfer program, you will be studying for 2 years at IMU, and then the final year with us at Deakin University. And when you come to us, you come to the Burwood campus, which is in Melbourne, not in Geelong or Warrnambool. You can start in trimester 1 or trimester 2 for this program. And in total, there will be 24 credit units or 24 units in total, and 13 of those being core units, 5 nutrition elective and 6 elective units. So this only applies if you come to us and study for the whole 3 years. But if you come in 2 years after IMU, I'll show you in the next slides what are the core units that you'll be taking. And for all our graduates, they are eligible to become a member of the Nutrition Society of Australia. And more importantly, they can register as the associate nutritionist when they graduate. And after 3 years of practice, you can upgrade from an associate nutritionist to become a registered nutritionist like what I am now. So this is a map, a course map for the Bachelor of Nutrition Science. I know it's a busy slide. I don't intend you to read all the words there, but I just want to highlight that you can see that you have all the core units highlighted in green. And on top of that, it is actually quite flexible where you can do some selective and elective units as well. So based on your interest, so you can do different majors or minors based on the interest. So if you come in from IMU, when you come to us, you will start year 3 at Deakin University, where there will be 5 core units that you need to complete with us, as highlighted here. And you also still have the flexibility of choosing 3 elective units. And we have a wide range of elective units that you can undertake. For example, if you're interested in sports nutrition, then you can use that as an elective unit. Or if you are interested more in the food industry, food science kind of aspect, then you can take elective units such as food analysis, sensory evaluation. If you are interested in public health, then you can take an elective unit in, for example, food promotion. So it is quite flexible in that way because you can tailor your need or your future career based on, all the units that you are taking. And of course, we have this international perspective in food and nutrition as well. And I have one slide about that I'll talk about specifically. So one of the audience today asked about practicum, like internship, whether or not completing an internship can actually help you in your career. And this is the answer for us is yes. Doing an internship actually help you gain some relevant experience and help you get a foot into the industry that you want to go into. And recognizing that as part of our program, we built that into the training. So as one of the core units that you are taking when you come to us, you will be taking a food and nutrition practicum where you can choose from a list of institutions or companies or industry that you want to do one semester or one trimester of practicum with them. So on this slide, you can see an example of all the different companies we've sent our students to in the past. So they can be like food industry, they can be governmental department, they can be something related to diabetes, for example, if that's the area that you want to work in the future. We also have like, for example, food industry, flavor markets, and we also send students to learn about food security, food banks, those kind of areas as well. So it is something very, very, it can be intimidating for international students because I saw in the survey just now that some are worried about, language skills, for example, not getting used to the local culture, for example. Those are quite normal. I face the same issue as well. And people here are actually very friendly and something that you don't have to worry about. And I think this food and nutrition practicum, if anything, should be seen as something positive rather than a negative, because we have seen so many students who have completed a practicum with this association or organizations, and then they ended up working with them after graduation. The second the one elective unit that I want to talk about is also the international perspective in food nutrition. This is a unit where students can actually get the opportunity to go overseas and apply their knowledge in nutrition and see them in practice in different countries. So in the past, we have brought our students to the Netherlands, for example, in 2013 to 2019, 2013 and 2019. Students went to the United States in 2014, and in 2017, we brought our students to Singapore and Thailand. And in fact, we are having one this year coming in December where we are going to Singapore and Malaysia. So this happens every 2 or 3 years, and it is a very good opportunity for students to go overseas and see how nutrition knowledge are applied in different countries based on their needs. And that it's common to feel worried about how you can blend into the local society and also learn, catch up with learning and things like that. We do have a lot of support for students, especially for international students. We help with a lot of different aspects, for example, from enrollment to visa application. We even have airport pickup to bring you to Deakin Universities. We have a lot of activities that help you settle into the life here in Australia. And there are also a lot of different things that we help with as well. For example, counseling if you have homesicknesses, which is, again, something quite commonly seen, but hopefully with technology and, nowadays with Zoom a lot, and hopefully that takes away some of the homesickness as well. But again, Australia is not really that far from Australia. We don't have the big time difference, so communicating is relatively easy as well. So don't worry, we do have a lot of support for international students when you come to us. And in terms of academic support, we do have something for the students as well, from writing mentors, math mentors, to faculty mentors, or even student peers support as well. So we can pair you up with local students or even with another international students to give you that support when it comes to preparing for your, for example, assignments or studying and things like that. So we do have a range of support that we can offer. We do have, apart from academic services, we do have social services and health and safety services as well. So we look after our students' wellness and especially mental well-being as well. So that's why we have a lot of programs put in place. And social-wise, you get a chance now that we are fully on campus after COVID. You get a lot of opportunities to socialize with students as well if you decide to come and join us. And particularly when it comes to networking with other students, especially in food and nutrition, we have this food and nutrition student club, or we call it the FANS. It is basically a society run by students for the students as well. So, for example, they do have activities where they socialize. They went for bowling in the past. They catch up for lunches and dinners and things like that. And they do have strong appearance when it comes to orientation week, for example, where they recruit other student members as well. So another thing that I want to mention about FANS is that they do have a strong presence when it comes to our designing of the curriculum as well. So we do have an academic board where we have representations from students from this club, where they have input and feedback when we talk about, whether or not we want to revise our curriculum and things like that based on their needs as well. So they do have a very important role, and it is a way for students to be involved not only in studying, but also in the future of other nutrition students as well. Employment, as mentioned earlier, we do put a lot of emphasis into supporting students to get employed as soon as they graduate. And we have incorporated some what we call work integrated learning into our program as well. So students throughout their study with us at Deakin Universities, they will start to build their career, not when they graduate, but way before that, even during the first year of the study. We ask them to start preparing for their CV, for example. They start to develop their own portfolio to prepare them for their career. And we do have, as mentioned, as shown on this slide, we do have a lot of different services that we provide to the students to help them be successful when it comes to employment. And Deakin Talent is probably the biggest one. And this Deakin Talent service is available to the students, not only when they are studying, but also after they have graduated from Deakin University. So in other words, it's a lifelong support. We do organize a lot of career nights throughout the year as well. So inviting alumni to come back and talk to students about, what kind of job they're doing, how to get into those jobs, some very interactive events. All right, so in the first slide, I told you about my experience and a lot of international experience that I've accumulated over the years. So I thought, I should share with you why study abroad if you are still undecided. So for myself, it was an opportunity for me to learn about, to obtain international education qualification. So you can see how different or how similar countries are when it comes to education. And also one thing that I learned a lot when I was studying in Australia was I got this international perspective in nutrition. So health issues or nutrition issues we have in Malaysia is very different from in Australia, and different countries have different approaches when trying to solve those problems. So those perspectives are very, very useful. Built international networks. So I have so many colleagues in different countries that I still work with until today. And also to me, it's, about experiencing new culture, see the world, improve my language skills. Believe it or not, I used to speak very bad English. I came from a Chinese education kind of background, And today I speak relatively good English. At least people can understand me, and at least I'm teaching into the nutrition program. And at the same time develop confidence. And above all, you still get to live in Melbourne, which is one of the most livable cities in the world. So a few attendees raised the concern about the cost. It is no doubt that, at this currently the currency in Malaysia, the Malaysian ringgit currency is not very strong. That is true. Hopefully it will improve over time. But this slide gives you an idea of, the tuition fee. If you come over for the final year, it's about 37,000 for the year. And on top of that, about 20,000 per year for the living costs. However, if you come over to us, do bear in mind that there are international scholarships that you can apply for. So they pay from 25% to 50 to 100% of your tuition fees. So it's actually quite substantial. And there are some, criteria that you have to achieve. But nonetheless, it's something worth considering. Make sure that you look into this option before you come over, and make sure that some of your tuition fees being waived if possible. And if you intend to come over and earn some money while supporting your study and living expenses here, on a student visa, you can work up to 40 hours per fortnight while semester is running. When it is holiday for your university study, then there's no limit to that. And also some ask about graduation. After graduation, how easy it is to get a job. The one option here is that there's this temporary graduate visa subclass 485, where you can stay on. However, there are certain criteria that you have to meet as well. One of them being that you have to study for 2 years in Australia. So you may want to think about topping up another year of study at Australia in order to get that temporary graduate visa where you're allowed to stay for another 2 years and work in Australia. So the option is there as well. So that's all from me today. Thank you very much again for the invitation, Megan, and I'm happy to take any question if you have.
Thank you, Dr. Tan. Thank you for that sharing, truly insightful and also informative, for those who are thinking to, do a stint abroad, well, with our partner school, Universities of the Deakin University, Australia. Okay, with that, we have come to the conclusion for the from the talks from the three speakers. We will now open the floor for Q&A. We have received some very interesting questions in the Q&A box. So I will now pose some of the questions to the speakers. Perhaps we shall start with you, Yen, since your camera is on.
Sure.
Okay, so what are your thoughts about this career prospect for nutritionists that you see, from your experience, whether it is for Malaysia, the locals, and also the abroad, from this global perspective? What are the career prospects for nutritionists?
That's a very good question, and perhaps that's the biggest thing that we have in mind when we decide, what to study, isn't it? And I think what Koshela and Michelle talk about today give us a very good idea of what kind of areas that we can go into. Corporate nutritionist is definitely something emerging that we see more and more, because people start to recognize that making sure that your employee are healthy is going to increase your productivity. Similar kind of a thing, so you can extend a corporate setting, what Koshela does in her job, into a bigger setting as well. So you can apply that to public health nutrition with the government. So doing similar kind of a health promotion program, but this time not within a company, but also to a broader,
larger scale.
Larger scale. Another area that our graduates have gone into is the food industry as well. So it is something that perhaps not everyone is that aware of. that nutritionists can actually work in the food industry because it's more like a food science kind of thing. But I do have colleagues who work as a nutritionist in food industry or food companies, where their roles is about guiding the company in formulating their products, like how do we meet the nutritional needs of the population, or how do we make our products more healthy for the population in the food system as well. So that's another area. Private practice and also emerging area is marketing as well. So media and marketing is something that we see more regularly. Yeah, definitely. So you can become an influencer in a way, like, you know, in nutrition, where you educate the public about nutrition, or some even do like healthy eating kind of education.
Advocacy, yeah, advocacy work.
Advocacy, absolutely. I think that's a big area and it gives a lot of flexibility as well. If you work in those areas, you don't have to like sit in front of your desk 9 to 5. It's more flexible, and you do have different kind of assignments as such. Like, you know, it keeps you motivated all the time. And one thing also is a business. So a lot of people are starting their own business as well, using their nutrition knowledge. So in the past, we have seen graduates who started business doing healthy fruit juice, for example. Another started a company where they help, they deliver ingredients to their customers together with, you know, educational materials about, you know, how to prepare healthy meals, how to meet nutritional requirements. So those are the new areas that we are seeing as well. So yeah, regardless of what country, be it Malaysia, be it Australia, or you know, any country in the world, I do see that those similar kind of job prospect applies.
Thank you, Yen, for sharing. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, you see, the diverse role and opportunities for nutritionists in the industries and also in private practice. Thanks, Yen, for that. So, Ms. Koshela, maybe we'll pose the second question to you. Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on this future of corporate wellness? Do you see more and more employers placing great importance of promoting workplace wellness?
Yes, definitely. Currently, there are so many companies they're facing like a human capital problem, such as like high levels of stress, anxiety, and exhaustion. It's all work related. Even in Singapore, there are employees like facing burnout. So it also reduces the confidence in the leaders, and there's so much of stress related illnesses. So definitely workplace wellness is crucial to have a productive workforce. With this, we can help to decrease the job turnover and even can improve the job satisfaction, manage your stress, and reduce absenteeism. And at the same time, we are also reducing the cost of the company on illnesses. So definitely it's going to be quite important in the future.
Yeah. So it's also important, not just health, promoting health. I think taking care of the employees, and like you say, it will actually leads to much better productivity. Yeah, thank you. Michelle, perhaps the next question is for you. You know, now that you have started working for a couple of years, what is actually most rewarding to you? Yeah, working as a corporate nutritionist.
To me, what is most rewarding is actually seeing people getting information from the right source. So that is really most important, as there's actually a lot of information online, and I also experienced it before. So getting from the right profession is really important, and also seeing people starting to participate in those nutritional events is very encouraging. Also, it shows that people are more interested in their health already. So it is our role to like conduct more of these events for the public, so that we can spread more awareness and also the information to the public.
Yeah, so seeing your role and how that it actually contributes, and bring better health to the people. Thank you for that. We do have a couple of questions that actually has been posted on the Q&A. Miss Koshela, I think one that is actually very relevant and for you. From Putri Zulaika, yeah, the questions, yeah. If anyone or he or anyone, yeah, would like to start doing their internships in the food industry and then moved on, do you see that something that it is worthy to explore, and she asked that are the roles completely different in corporate and versus the industry sector?
Okay, so this question, I did notice this question. Yes, if their internship was from food industry, definitely from food industry, they're going to be on the food formulations, like Dr. Tan mentioned just now. So it's going to be more on an added value. When you come to a corporate setting, it depends on what is the objective of that corporate setting. So over here, we do a lot on the health talks, more on the prevention. So it's going to be an added information to us. So maybe it will be helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Yeah, I think the other speakers can also add on, yeah, if they have any they would like to share. I think there are certain similarities in terms of role of nutritionists in different, though, you know, we tend to group them like food industry, wellness, corporate, yeah, they do have some overlaps in terms of roles, but like what Ms. Koshela said, yeah, there are some that are in certain organizations, some these roles, yeah, or function may be much more specific, yeah, to the job title and will show the objectives of the organization, right? Anything to add up to add to Yen or Michelle?
Well, I guess even though, you know, I guess that the overall goal is to promote health, right? I think that's global. So yeah, I think, you know, as nutritionists, we do want to explore more and more different areas. I still remember when I first graduated, you know, that this prospect is so narrow, and now we have, like, you know,
much wider.
Yeah, so in so many other areas now, and I think, you know, we really want to see future nutritionists to come and, you know, trailblazer and, you know, open up more job prospect for our graduates.
Correct. Michelle, anything from your end?
Yeah,
do you think, you know, from you, maybe you can share from your perspective that, you know, did your internship helps, you know, to have this better understanding towards different various industries, and did it help you, yeah, to make decisions to move or to have your career development in different various fields?
Yeah, actually, experiencing my internship, because we did like our internship not only in the KK, we also did in like the corporate setting. So it's much different in the corporate setting compared to like in KK, as we can see, like I was involved in the code department. So that one is more like more to the code. We must ensure that the products that they have those labels. So this is also one of our roles that our nutritionists can do to ensure that the nutrition infant formulas that are provided in the market are correct.
Compliance, yeah. So actually, just to add up, just to top up a bit, I think the internships, yeah, that is embedded within the program actually gives you some the students some perspective, yeah, what would be the job functions in the different sectors, you know, so you get a glimpse and you know, getting the experience to transition into a real world setting, yeah. So it's not just the technical, the knowledge, the applications, and also, you know, the interpersonal skills, blah blah blah, that you have to apply. So I think during that stint that you can actually learn and contribute the most that you can, and you know, if you really like that area that you may want to pursue a career in that, you know, if it's something that you find not my cup of tea, then maybe then you can actually open up and to consider other sectors that you would also love to venture or to find out more. Right, our last questions of the day, yeah, because of the time limit. Maybe anyone can answer this. How long it actually takes, yeah, for a junior nutritionist to reach the middle management or a senior nutritionist position? Ms. Koshela, perhaps, and then maybe we can actually ask Michelle.
Okay, so based on my experience over here, observing all those seniors over here, it takes about minimum 10 years to reach the senior management. Yeah, so it takes, and that particular person has to be passionate about their job.
to even reach to that level. So this is from my experience. Yeah.
How about Michelle, from the industry side, do you have any idea? Is it on a faster pace because industry is moving as much faster rate?
I think it also depends on the organization because it's different from big organization and small organization. So I think from smaller one, it takes more around 5 to 6 years. So that one is around the roughly
average average. Yeah, I do think so. From getting inputs from the alumni and all, we are looking at this the trend of 4 to 6 years that for you to move on from an executive level to a higher senior position level, and from there 7 to 8 years to become the either team lead or the manager for certain units. Yeah, so of course you have to perform. And I just wanting to tell the prospective students and also the current students that we do have a lot of students who are actually offered a position even before they complete their internship. So they actually perform very well. The employers are really happy with their performance, and they got job offer right then and then, even before completing their studies. Okay, so all are possible. So put your best work in especially not just learning, applying, and certainly during the internship period of time. All right, so that's all we have for today. A very interesting talk. I really would like to thank the speakers again for your time and all your kind sharings for the audience today. So ladies and gentlemen, today almost wrapped up our second talk for the career in nutrition. What are the possibilities talk series? We still have two that is coming up. One that is on July 23rd, Advancing Careers in Sports, Nutrition and Health, for those who are really interested and thinking, what can I do in this area? You might truly want to join us. And our fourth session will be on August 13th, for those who are interested to know more about nutrition careers in health and nutrition sectors. All right, so do remember to register for the upcoming talks. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the upcoming talks again. Bye-bye. Thank you, everyone.